What's going on YouTube? Welcome to my YouTube channel. Alright, do you ever sell a sealed VHS for some good money and you don't have a box, or you didn't buy boxes dedicated to ship the VHS? So in this video I'm going to show you how to take a sheet of cardboard and basically make your own custom box. I know this is kind of Captain Obvious for a lot of people, but it might not be. So anyways, you want to get your VHS somewhat centered, and then you take your pen here, marker, and you just want to give yourself some space. Okay, and then get your movie out of there because you want to be cutting your movie. And then you just want to, we're going to get rid of these pieces here in the corners because we don't need those. Okay, so we're going to take these corners and cut them out. Let me grab my scissors. And it's important too, when you mark it, you want to give yourself enough space, because if you want to bubble wrap it or wrap the movie, you don't want it in there super tight. So we want to give us enough space so that we're going to make ourselves this flat sheet of paper, or flat sheet of cardboard, into an actual box. So we don't need the corners. Obviously, if you resell, you want to have a good set of scissors. These were not very expensive. These are Brookstones. I think I got them on eBay for under 10 bucks shipped. I do have like the heavy duty Cutco ones too, but that's kind of like overkill. So we're just cutting the corners here. So you're probably asking, like, dude, why are you going through all this for a VHS? Well, this VHS sold for 20 bucks, and pretty sure the person that bought it probably wants it to show up nice when it hits their house. And then I don't throw away the pieces. I use these like for coins or for other small items that I ship. So don't throw away your scraps. Recycle as much as you can, because, man, we got enough stuff in landfills to last multiple lifetimes. All right, so what we're going to do next is we're going to take a razor blade, and we're not going to cut all the way through, but we're just going to score it. And you don't have to cut exactly on the line. But again, we're making a box, and we're gonna, the reason why we're scoring it is because we're going to fold these parts over each other. Okay, like that. So now that we have it scored, it'll move in. This will move in. This big piece will move in. And this big piece will move in. All right, so now we're kind of getting there as a box. And we're going to put our movie in here and basically give ourselves some space. So next, you want to take your marker again and just go like that. And you don't need a ruler. You can just freehand it. Doesn't have to be perfect. Obviously, try not to write on the actual the actual item. Okay, and then we're going to look where this point begins and go kind of here, and then just kind of freehand it. Same with this side. So we're going to freehand it. And again, just kind of picture the VHS inside there. Again, does not have to be perfect, and you do want to give yourself enough space in case you want to bubble wrap the movie inside. All right, so the key is here, again, we're cutting. We're just scoring on the side with all the lines on it. Don't cut all the way through. All right, and then put your blade away and then fold those up where you scored it. I think we forgot to cut this side. There we go. And then check for fit. And there we have it. So we're now going to take the movie itself and we're going to bubble wrap it, and then we're going to take some poly mailers. These are the poly mailers used pretty much for industry standards. I think these are like 9x6. And the reason I have two is because we're going to wrap the movie inside so that it doesn't get wet, and then we're going to wrap it on the outside just to protect. So let me find some bubble wrap. All right, so I didn't really have any bubble wrap, but if you have a bubble mailer, that'll work. And we placed our movie inside the bubble mailer, and then we'll just kind of cut around it with the scissors. A little further here. There we go. So when you get packages from Amazon and stuff, obviously don't throw away the bubble wrap. You can save it. And I like to use painter's tape for this step so that the buyer doesn't have to actually cut into it. They can simply just peel these layers of painter's tape back. Okay, so we've got that nicely wrapped. Let's also make sure it fits. Yep, see? So we gave ourselves space. So that way that is like that. And now we're going to take our first poly mailer and wrap our movie inside. And you can use recycled poly mailers as well. So when you get your packages, you know, cut them open nicely so you can reuse them. All right, so we're going to take our package here and we're going to fold down. And there we have it. All right, and I'm going to grab my tape gun here and tape it up. All right, this might be a little more difficult inside my photo booth here, but we'll give it a shot. Okay, and I probably want to squeeze these together. Tape that as best I can. All right. So it looks kind of janky. You don't want to ship it like this. You obviously want to put another poly mailer over it. But I like to do this next up, and I feel this is very important because the buyer sometimes doesn't know what you've shipped them, or they won't pay attention, and they'll take a knife or a scissor, just go to town, and then they'll end up cutting open their movie and be very, very upset, and they'll want to return and blah, blah, blah. So I like to write a message on top to the buyer's name, say, please be careful, sealed, Blues Clues VHS inside when opening, and then I put my thank you and my name, Shy. So I'll do that next. All right, so we got our note here, Mary, sealed, Blues Clues VHS inside, please be careful while opening, thank you. And again, you can be kind of sloppy with your tape at this point because we're going to cover it up. All right, then we take our second poly mailer. And the poly mailer on the exterior is basically going to take most of the damage and the wear and tear. And there you have it. So this item probably is like 9x6 or 9x7 by 2. It's probably going to weigh anywhere from 8 to 10 ounces. I charge all my buyers 1 pound just in case some of the movies are heavier than others. These children's ones are quite light. But you never want to pay, as a seller, extra money to ship because you didn't put the weight in correctly. So when you are listing VHS, make sure you put at least 1 pound for the shipping. If it's a single movie, obviously it's a double. You want to put more weight. Put the correct dimensions. That way your buyer is paying you back for the shipping you're going to get charged. And if you make an extra 40 cents because they paid for a pound and you've got it at 12 ounces, so be it. That goes into your time and your materials. But again, if you don't have poly mailers, pretty sure you get them when you get packages, so save your stuff. Obviously, if you don't have bubble wrap, you can use what I use, the Amazon Prime bubble mailer. And if you don't have custom boxes for VHS, as long as you have a box laying around somewhere, you can turn a sheet of cardboard into a custom box. So, and I always recommend putting the note inside, because what most buyers do is they'll just start tearing into this. So chances are they'll probably take a scissor, cut this open, they'll see my note, and then they'll be more careful on the next step so that they don't damage their sealed movie. Even if it's not a sealed movie, someone's going to be upset when they start cutting into the box and they realize they're literally damaging the movie inside. So appreciate you guys watching, as always. Check out the video if you want to look at other stuff on reselling on eBay, and hopefully this helps you resellers out to keep your buyers happy. Obviously, she just bought this too, so I'm shipping it out right away, so don't wait days and days to ship stuff out. Get them out right away. Use eBay's USPS to purchase your labels. You'll get them at a discount. It'll already have a bar scan, and you don't have to wait in line at the post office. If there's a line at the post office, you just put it at the front desk. But if you're wanting to make sure it gets scanned, obviously you can wait in line and then have the post office person scan it. But that's pretty much it. So appreciate you guys watching. Please like, share, subscribe, and I will do future videos like this to help out resellers on how to, I don't know, it's kind of basic, but to ship out stuff properly and make sure your buyers are happy. And happy buyers equals more sales, more return buyers, and positive feedback. So appreciate it, guys. Catch you on the next one.